On this episode, we're gonna cover shmups. Hey Kim.
What?
What's a shmup?
I have no idea.
Come on.
Shmup?
Hey, what's a shmup?
I don't know. Some video thing?
Does that sound like something cool?
No, it kind of sounds scary.
In this episode, we're gonna check out shmups.
What's a shmup?
Hey guys, before we get our shmups on, I wanted to cover a couple things. So the board that we're gonna cover today is actually a JAMMA board. So if you aren't familiar with JAMMA and you haven't played with it before in the past, then go watch my two-part series that should familiarize yourself with JAMMA, arcade hardware, how to wire a JAMMA harness and stuff like that. So I'm gonna assume you've already seen that. But I came across this board and it's all shoot 'em ups. It's got 56 shoot 'em ups on a single board. I thought this might be kind of a unique, modification for someone to do if they're into shoot 'em ups. I also kind of thought that a lot of people are into the 60-in-1 board, which has a lot of the classic arcade games. If you had a JAMMA switcher, you could maybe connect both these. You could connect this board and that board and kind of have a little bit of a mix of game types. But this isn't by any means a replacement for RetroPie or Pandora's Box. Because obviously you're not going to be able to add games to this. This is literally just a dedicated board for the purpose of shoot 'em up. So, if that's not something that's interesting to you, then probably a RetroPie or a Pandora's Box is more your speed. However, this is going to be plug and play. So once you get it all wired up, you plug it in, you turn it on, it works. You turn it off, you're good. You turn it on, it works again. So there isn't a whole lot of modification to it. It's just going to be on and off. So if that's what you're looking for, this might be something you want to check out. So let's go head upstairs. That's where my other systems are, and I have that 60-in-1 up there, so it's gonna be a good cabinet for us to try this guy out on. All right guys, so we're upstairs. This is actually the 60-in-1 cabinet I was talking about. That's the Street Fighter that you guys remember from a while back. But this is the guy we're gonna open up, and we're gonna actually use him to test out that shmups board. So let's get this guy powered off. Alexa, power off arcade. Sweet. All right, let's power it off. We'll open up the back and we'll put that shmups board in and give it a shot. All right, guys, I got my trusty screwdriver and we're gonna get to it. So this one, like I said, I modded this before. This has got a 60-in-1. I've never covered this on the channel, however, but yeah, it's gonna have all your normal stuff in here: arcade power supply, all that jazz. So let's get in this thing. All right, so as you guys can see, the 60-in-1 is right here. So anyways, we're gonna disconnect the JAMMA harness and just connect it up to this, and that should be all we have to do. That's the beauty of JAMMA. So let's go give it a shot. Okay, remove the JAMMA harness. You can see it right here. And I'm gonna put that right on here. Just make sure I got it on correctly. So you gotta remember part side and solder side. So because this isn't a traditional board, the part side is the one with the arrow. All right, so I got that on there nice and snug. I should be able to simply put it back on and we should be rocking and rolling. I believe we should get audio out of it too. So let's, oh, you know what? It would help if I hooked up the video, wouldn't it? I believe audio should pass to the speaker the way I have it wired already, and we should be good to go. So I'm gonna flip this thing back around and we'll power it on. All right, Alexa, turn on arcade. That's not what I was expecting. It needs to be flipped. Okay, so it is vertical, it's just the wrong way. Let's see if there's an option switch on this thing. Okay guys, so I'm a little annoyed that when I turned it on, it was vertically oriented, but it was upside down. So on the 60-in-1 board, you can actually change that. This board does not have that option. So my only real way to fix that is to actually take the cover off the 1-up and actually rotate the screen. It's not a huge deal, but kind of a pain in the butt. They probably, knowing that it was a vertically oriented board, maybe should have had that as an option. I don't see one, so this is the fix. So I'm gonna do this real quick and then we'll finally, get back to it. So, nothing could be that easy, right? I mean, If it was just plug and play, that would have been a pretty amazing video, but of course, you know, it couldn't be that way. So this is reality. I gotta flip the screen. All right, guys, so we hit an unexpected snag, but not to worry. We just need to remove the bezel real quick, and all we're gonna do is we're just gonna rotate the monitor from top to bottom. So you'll see, we're just gonna rotate it, and then we're gonna just screw it back in, and that's it. That's all we gotta do. But, you know, while we have it off, we might as well clean it. All right, this should only take a second, and honestly, it's gonna make a huge difference. Dust does collect under this thing over time, so it just makes sense to do this every now and then. So again, you have to remove the bezel, clean under the screen, put the bezel back on. I'm actually gonna do the front of the bezel too, because these things do get quite dusty over time, and trust me, you are going to thank me for it. It will make the screen look 10 times better. You don't realize how much dust collects on these things, so we should be good to finally give it a shot and power it on. All right, Alexa, turn on Arcade. SHMUPS! All right, we got it shmupped up now. All right, let's see. Let's do a quick overview of what games are on this thing, and then I'll show you some of the gameplay. It looks pretty cool though. All right, so there is a timer. We might want to disable that. So I'm thinking you put a coin in and it resets the timer, which is interesting because this was meant to be a board that you actually charge money for in an arcade. So anyways, this is just I'm gonna keep putting coins in so the time, because I didn't disable the timer. So, I mean, it's got some, right off the bat, Strikers 1945 is a cool game. The third one, the original, I can never say that, so whatever. Gunbird 2, Gunbird, Raiden. Yes, I mean, it's all shoot 'em ups, guys, which is pretty cool. I think there's actually, they threw Contra on here, I think. I think one of the Contra games are on here, but let's take a look. No, Outzone. I don't think I've ever played that. Oh, interesting. It's a vertical game. All right. 43, Air Attack. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty good on the screen. Yeah, look, there is Super Contra. So yeah, they have, and it looks like they even put, oh wow, they even put Galaxian and Galaga on here. That's kind of cool. So this is kind of cool, you know. I mean, providing all these play pretty decent, I think this is kind of neat. I like shoot 'em up, so this is kind of a cool board in my opinion if it just works. So let's try one. Let's try Strikers 1945 first. I want to put the volume up a little bit, guys. Bear with me a second. Let's try Gunbird 2. Yeah, guys, the volume is like very, very sporadic, it seems like, so let me adjust it again. The sound emulation's fine, it's just the volume seems to be varying in volume, which that's kind of interesting. So I mean, so far, I mean, emulation's good, plays good. All right, let's go back to the menu and try a couple more here. Let's try Raiden real quick. I'm sure pretty much everyone's played Raiden. And I didn't mention this, but there's an area in the board where you can adjust difficulty and things like that. So, you know, make the games either harder or easier. You have full control to do that in the menu system. All right, let's try a couple more games. Galaga is often emulated not that well in various different systems, so we'll see. Maybe it won't be too bad on this. mean, guys, it doesn't seem bad to me. I mean, I probably wouldn't be buying this board for Galaga necessarily. But if you wanted Galaga, it's not bad, although the explosion sound wasn't there. All right, so with that out of the way, I mean, guys, a lot on here. Let's see, I've never played this one before. Oh, that guy looks scary. Oh, what is this game? I've never played this game before, guys, so. Oh, damn, this is cool. I like this. Yeah! Ooh, I like this game. Games with a lot of firepower are right up my alley. Oh, damn. Wow, this is actually really fun. Oh my gosh, I am gonna play the crap out of this. I like this a lot. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. SHMUPS! America loves SHMUPS! Alright guys, so we came, we saw, and we shmupped it up. But what are my feelings on this thing? I had a really good time with it. I love shoot 'em ups. You know, there's only 56 on here, but I felt like the 56, some of them I didn't even know, I haven't even played before, and they were really fun. So would I recommend it to everybody? Probably not. If you're just a big fan of shoot 'em ups and you want a simple board that you can turn on, turn off, and no real frills to it, it's not a bad option. But if you're looking for something you can more customize, add games that you really like outside of the 56, then maybe a Raspberry Pi, or sorry, Retro Pi is more your speed. So anyways, if you like the video, please like the video, please subscribe, please put your comments below. I gotta say guys, thank you so much for your continued support. The channel is doing really well, and I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for you guys watching and supporting things. So I appreciate that very much. So that's it for now, and we'll see you on the next one.